Let me know if you'd like any changes to lights. I just got the one on right now.
Oh, yeah, I'll stick, aft lights are good for me too.
You want that on now?
Control
Sure.
deck,
Half lights on.
Hercules is past the transom.
Past the transom, right?
I'm going to put bubble on the gauges.
I think you mean ROV PTZ, which is a new name that I'm trying to get used to.
Yeah, it's
I've got
weird.
it changed, yeah. We had brow for a while.
Brow. Brow, I like. PTZ, I don't get. What's it mean?
Pan tilt zoom.
Oh, I like brow.
It does like mean something really specific in camera world, but we don't really exist in that world.
And it's also a new change for no real reason.
Another change in a camera name.
It's not the only camera that pan tilts and zooms either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I guess it's also not the only
But
brow
it's-
cam nowadays
yeah,
either.
Control deck, I have tether all out.
It's the only one that's
Tether
like
out, copy.
integrated pan tilt zoom, basically, is
Yeah.
the idea, I think.
Okay.
Ground faults are good, gauges are good.
Okay.
Did you mention that you had the ROV upper on?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you have ROV upper on or no, not yet?
ROV upper is, no, it didn't take. I did switch it on, and now it's off, and it'll be back on in 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I see the lower one, so.
Roger that. Sometimes the switches don't stay put.
It's a goal if I've ever seen one, Gab.
I think I've decided I like it better with aft's off.
I do that, yeah, I do. Just a single forward light.
Yeah, it
for
was
heading.
kind of glary.
Mm-hmm.
I want the direction, I want to know what direction I am, but that's the only thing I want to know.
Totally. I'm going to do a preliminary wrap zeroage.
Yeah, sounds good.
Copy.
Just to get ahead of things.
Yeah.
Check.
Get
And
your
so
box
Rennie
checked.
can check it off his list.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, actually.
Because of the big magnetic ship, our headings are 90 degrees off, but I'll redo that when we're down lower. Atalanta lights coming on.
Great.
Control deck, we have Atalanta away.
Okay, heading down.
Copy. Looks like they're paying out at 20, coming down
Okay.
to 10. I don't know what they're doing. 12.
What are they doing?
What's he doing out there?
What's he doing on the winch? Wraps are nice and zeroed. That's a good jelly, Atalanta. And all Atalanta lights are on.
Okay.
We don't quite have Herc in the right place yet for USBL, but shortly we do now.
This is an
ROV
audio slate
nav.
for dive
Zoom in.
H2043. UTC time is 05:37:55. Mark.
All right, you've got your nav up here if you need it. Check.
I feel like I'm always going to want to control the pan tilt zoom, or the pan and tilt with my left hand.
Totally, yeah, I get that. Are you ready for dive salvo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, dive salvoing. Wha-bam. Or would you prefer ROV cams, dive special, whatever you want to call it?
Let's do this for a little while.
Sounds good.
This one feels comfortable.
Roger. Gauges are good, ground faults are
I
good.
like having bubble big. There's many things I like here.
Yeah, great.
And with the dive special, I always panic because I can't find my butt cams.
Yeah, totally. I don't like that the main screen is so small too. I end up looking up so much.
Yeah, totally.
Not my favorite.
Write it all
Can
down.
you have the Norbit on or confirm that it's on?
I can make that happen.
Yeah, Amber, you say that, but it's not worth it.
No?
No.
I want to make your life better.
Norbit's on.
Thank you.
Okay, I've just hit 50.
Copy that. They're coming in.
Trev, I can stop, but maybe if in a few meters when you hit 50, if you want to just keep it going.
Just going to push past that vignette on Herc.
Control deck, all stop 50 meters. Control has been sent.
Copy that. We have control.
Cool. Okay, so yeah. So the way I usually do this is I try to get myself as close to 30 as I can, which takes a little while, and then but I have to match, so it's a little bit more active driving from
All right, let me know if you guys are okay to hold position. Bridge, nav. We can hold position. Thank you.
I love the auto jump idea that you have.
Mm.
I thought that was very cool.
Just to slow it up a bit, yeah. Cool. I'll keep an eye on Delta and adjust winch accordingly.
Yeah, and I'm just going to try and keep it as close to 30 as I can.
Cool.
And if things get weird, make up the difference.
Sounds good. Well, here we are. I did not look at the ballast sheet.
Okay.
So I think we're minus 45,
Okay.
but I'm not 100% on that.
Cassie, do you have a dive plan in front of you? Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, what's it say as the depth there? 2420. Okay, yeah. I have 2435, so that's within our. We'll be all right. I think we'll figure it out.
Planning to auger in. But you said.
Yeah, I've definitely had people say that before.
Raj.
But you said?
Yeah.
I love that move.
All good.
Think so? The new car smell. It's okay. Look, you can do it now. We got a ways to go. You can also speed up just a teeny bit, I think. Something swam underneath us. I got a few Doppler beams there.
Nice.
It's always a good time.
Reservoir.
All aboard.
What? Oh, why?
Starting again.
Train puns.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
What am I doing? This vehicle. Yeah. That's not right. That was not reset. 4,000. Cool. Whoa, speeding ticket incoming. Maybe not.
or somewhere in between? Is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay.
totally.
I mean, like, you'll notice tonight, they pause and place things on the camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's an example of, like, if it hadn't been there.
Yeah. So you can feel vindicated
Yeah.
for whatever sort of nonsense is happening.
Cool, cool. Oh, yeah, I'll take compromise on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just, it's like
Yeah, somebody's jumping on you.
a little quick to be like, you forgot. Well, I think it's coming from within the house. I think it's, someone watching me downstairs. So, because it's Brandon, you forgot. We're like, no, I didn't.
We got you, Brandon.
I would at least wait till 50.
Okay.
We got you.
Oh, it's coming for you.
Can we experiment with some decluttering?
Yeah, what do you want to?
I don't know. Let's try the Tritech. That seems to be
Okay.
the one we try first.
I don't know why I powered it off. That's because that's the one I can reach. Powering it off's not the way to do that, really.
It does not have effect.
Yeah, but there's an elegant way to do that, which is to just stop it.
Sorry, I meant it's not having an effect on this. I wasn't telling you one way or the other on how to turn off your thing. You can choose how you like. I don't want to tell you.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, so okay, so not that.
Not that.
Okay.
What else we got? The mezzo, but then we'd have to...
Mezzos, mezzos are the operational ones.
I didn't clean the whiskers again.
Oh, have you been meaning to?
Meaning to for
They're kind
like
of
3 dives now.
Yucky.
I mean, it could just be this water column business.
No, yuck.
This is a weird artifact, right? Do you see this? Am I crazy? Am I losing it? Yeah, it looks like there's like a perfectly square backdrop. Isn't that strange?
I don't care about the heading of Argus, but I like that G right now.
I can't explain that.
I would be okay with
Huh. I mean, it looks like we're in like a poorly designed movie set, right? Yeah. Right. It's like faking the moon landing over here.
Yeah, if it does break it.
Let's ask Amber. Amber, yeah, do you see your web interactions corner? What is that artifact that's...
That's part of the stitching for the 180 camera.
Oh. So there's a 180 camera and it's just poorly...
Yeah, because I think nighttime, the glare from the light, and it's not totally smooth because it's... Yeah, those are the lines where it's stitched right there.
Got it.
Yeah. And you see, there's actually 4 columns.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's one here, too. That's not as obvious. Uh-huh. Huh, okay. Thought it was in, like, the Truman Show for a second or something.
Yeah, both are off reality. Yeah, so this is correcting it. This at the moment this is correcting it, but that's not always the case. It's not always correcting it.
Right, a little bit like.
Okay. We actually got told, like, at work to be very careful about how you talk about rovers and don't say, like, you know, they like this or like the face or the arm, right?
Asking you not to
Yeah,
anthropomorphize?
don't do that, yeah, because they eventually stop functioning. That's another thing we're supposed to say. We're not supposed to say they die, right?
Mm.
And so it's like tough to go into schools and be like, oh yeah, if you see its little face has a little camera and that's its eyes, it's like, where is it now? It's like, oh, it died on Mars, right? Like,
Tell that to the obituary write-up of Nereus. Yeah. Yeah, it was like really, I think it was one of the main, well, you know, New York Times or something like that. It was like and it was like a write-up.
Yeah.
for
I
Nereus.
mean, I remember it very
Right.
clearly. I remember where I was when Nereus died.
Stop functioning.
Stopped functioning
Due
and
to
turned
blowing,
to dust.
due to imploding.
Wild, yeah, okay.
it's hard not to, right? Like
Yeah.
you know,
It is like, it's how we relate to things.
yeah.
Like, we relate to things both by objectifying them and by humanizing them.
So wait, what's the problem with saying something died or it has its eye or whatever with kids?
It's, I mean, it's, yeah, the anthropomorphization of a robot that inevitably, like, it's hard to tell fourth graders when they're like, yeah, isn't Percy cute? And it's like, oh, when does it come home? Never, right?
It
Destined to
eventually
die
stops communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like it's too much explaining for one class session, maybe.
Kids
Where-
got to learn to deal with death.
Yeah, right. That's a little weird as a guest spot to come in and, during their recess and start.
And be like, well, kids, let me tell you about mortality.
Yeah.
Right, robots and mortality.
Coming in a little hot, right?
We can start with Dante and move on to Frankel. Like,
Oh, Frankel would be a good name for a vent.
Frankel's a good name for almost everything. Like, think a dog named Frankel? That's fabulous.
A pig?
Yeah.
Pet pig named Frankel?
Definitely
exactly.
a pig named
Yeah.
Frankel.
Does Winston need a friend?
Winston does, but Winston has many friends.
What do you-
Winston wants a pet chihuahua.
What would you do with a pet
Winston
pig?
doesn't have a chihuahua named Frankel.
I don't... Winston would love a pet pig. They would snuggle. It would be so cute.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to show me pictures of Winston.
What's that?
I require photos.
Oh.
Oh, look, I just happen to have one up.
Aww.
Oh, he's so angry in that photo.
Yeah.
Are you guys a single dog household, or are there more?
We're a single dog household by Winston's insistence, and
Gotcha.
Trevor backs him up. Winston, and I think Winston needs a pet chihuahua, but I don't know. Both the boys in the household don't think so.
Yeah, I wish I had that option.
To have a pet chihuahua?
No, to have the choice on the matter of dogs. I wanted one. I now have 3.
But see, the thing is that I go to sea, so like I need somebody to back me up and like stay home with the dogs. So if I stayed home all the time, we would have a vast quantity of dogs. But I don't have a leg to stand on as long as I spend, 4 months of the year at sea.
Yeah.
Legless.
I'm legless. No legs. Legs aren't allowed on boats.
Yeah.
I know, I've been vying for a little dog, but there's just no way because the...
Yeah. Little dogs are so fun too. They're really great.
Well, any
Chihuahuas are
dog,
vastly
really.
underrated.
I've heard a
Oh,
pet snake is a good solution.
Well, I have the kitties, but I want a little companion to go on runs with. So maybe a medium dog.
Yeah, Chihuahua's a short run. That's or a very long leash.
Or a stroller.
A stroller is great. People
Now-
run with strollers all the time.
Now
I love that.
Now you're talking LA. Now you're home.
Wait, so Amber, did you move to LA?
Yeah, recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are home. Good one. Why'd you pick LA? Just because of film?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
We were looking at Canada and even hired a lawyer and everything to do the immigration stuff.
Yeah, nice.
But it's real tough for film production in particular.
Wait, I really struggle to hear you.
Yeah, in every video seat, I'm using some lip reading here to
Yeah, I
read
can't.
between the
really?
lines.
Video's
Yeah.
always super quiet.
I'm loud on SPL.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I have you
some-
quiet on
I've got
SPL.
I've got SPL going and I can barely hear you.
yeah. If I
Okay.
turn everybody off,
I'll
then
turn myself up.
Yeah, turn yourself up just a little bit.
I wonder if that's the same at home too, or if it's just some weird routing in here. But
All right, I'm going to turn off everything but SPL. And that's the only thing I'm listening to.
All right, can you hear?
Yeah, a
I can
little
hear
better.
you much better. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so why didn't you end up wanting to go to Canada for
So
film?
we did try and got a lawyer and everything,
Yeah.
but the Canadian government is very, and rightly so, protective of their jobs there. So trying to get
Oh, yeah.
papers to go there.
There's definitely, did you go by the point system?
Tried.
The lottery?
Yeah, and I even was trying because I have some extended family and just
Yeah, and you
didn't work yet. So
Yeah,
I'll keep trying.
do you still have your little lottery thing in? Like you're just waiting for it to...
Yeah, I don't think that this was like 5 years ago, so probably
okay.
not
Gotcha.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I tried that way first.
For where? I'm sorry.
For Canada. If you have enough points or if it's like a good year for points, you just you walk right in, but it's kind of a luck of like timing. And during COVID, it was impossible. So
Yeah.
I couldn't get like in a normal year, my points would have got me in, but no luck. Yeah, and film would be hard because it's all contract based. Like you can get in, like if you get a job that supports a visa, then you can go, but film is all contract and
But we might be able to because we own a production company, so.
oh, cool.
Well,
Yeah, there's also rules around like if you have your own business that makes a certain amount of money, often you can come in because you're like creating jobs.
yeah, exactly. Eventually, yeah. I think I'm just a Northwest girl through and through.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say like from LA, the weather will be a jolt in Vancouver.
Yeah, but I'm from Seattle, so it's gonna feel
Yeah,
right.
that's fair. Yeah. It'll feel like home.
But my time in LA has been nice so far.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, soak up the sun while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
We were just talking downstairs about citizenship going the other direction.
Canada to the U.S.?
Yeah, because I'm Canadian citizen, but I've been in the U.S. for so long now that like I could just start the process if I wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've been, I think it's like 10 years or whatever
Okay.
it is, and like, yeah.
In Canada, it's to go from the U.S., so I'm a U.S. citizen living in Canada. I need 3 years of days before I can apply.
Mm.
If you're already a resident.
If I'm already a resident, yeah. So it's a much lower bar than the U.S., for sure. They're a lot easier on you. I didn't realize you were from Canada, Brandon.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you from?
I was Lethbridge first, and then Vancouver for 8 years after that.
Is Lethbridge in Ontario?
Alberta, just
Okay.
outside of Calgary, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Huh.
But I've been in the States now for, 15 years or so, right? Maybe longer.
So like your adult life, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
went to school in the States.
Right.
Okay.
I wrote my entire thesis using like British English and got destroyed by reviewers. So like I still have like those habits, but otherwise,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, it took almost no time at all to pick up all the extra U's. Like a year maybe.
Yeah.
And
They didn't
now-
like that you used all the extra vowels?
Yeah, that got me ridiculed quite a bit. And Z took a long time to break.
Why break it?
Yeah.
academia.
Yeah, pretty
They've got their
ethnocentric.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's not for me.
Trevor loves his Zeds.
I'm a Z guy. Big Z guy.
The ER switch, that was a tough one to
Oh,
break.
to RE.
Yeah.
Does
Center.
Canada use RE?
Yeah.
Oh, I have not picked that up yet.
Fiber, center, theater. Yeah. I mean, if it's spelled the American way, it's not like, what is that word? People can figure it
I
out.
can't read
I don't
it.
know what that means. No, but it's if it's officially written
Meter?
somewhere. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I have not picked that up at all, and I would not replicate it in my writing. But the U is everywhere. I even sometimes add it to words that don't have it, just for fun.
Yeah, like dog becomes Doug. my pet Doug. Because I'm Canadian.
Poor Doug.
Doug's actually his own pet.
Be your own pet.
Recursive pet owner.
So then that's a very funny way to describe it. There's a punk band named Be Your Own Pet. And that's a very funny name. But I've never heard it described as a recursive pet owner. That's lovely.
Yeah. It's like a snake eating a tail.
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. Oh, you guys haven't seen my Ouroboros book.
You have an Ouroboros book?
Whew.
Does it have covers, or is it just like...
Circle of pages.
I picked it up in a bookstore. I was walking around in this, it's called the Book Barn. It's outside of Kennett, PA, and it's like this barn from the like Revolutionary War times, and it's 5 stories of fire hazard.
Yes.
Just old books, new books, just everything. Books, labyrinth, different staircases that only lead to partial parts of floors, etc.
Cool.
I love that. That's great.
But
Yeah,
this
that's
day
wonderful.
that I went, like all the books that were like outward facing, like on display, or the ones that were catching my eye were all like relevant to me. And then this one tiny little book, I don't know why I picked it up. It was Scales of the Ouroboros. I picked it up and I open it up and it's written in the style, every little mini chapter is a UTC time zone, and it's set on a ship with all the cast of characters having like their own kind of like perspective and chapter. But in order to be in all the different UTC zones, the first chapter is like Jarvis,
What?
and then like place like I'm like, okay, whoever talks about Jarvis, you know, like. So I'm kind of like Justin's flipping through it right now. I'm a little bit
cool.
afraid to read it.
Yeah.
That's really
It
cool.
actually, like, it tells your future. It's
yeah,
like a prophecy
Howlin'
book.
Baker, and, like all the
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
that kinda
cool.
nuts.
Yep.
And then I went to go buy it, and I was like, you know, how much is this? I'd like to purchase it. And the lady, just older woman, just looked at me. She's like, you can have it.
What?
It was so strange. I was like, oh no.
That's getting real monkey's
Oh,
paw
no,
there, buddy.
Oh, no. I don't want to Jumanji myself into this book. I'm already living it. I just start to read my own present and like past, present, and I'm like, well, I don't want to read.
Why are all
this
these
next.
pages blank?
Catches up to like you reading
Yeah,
the book
exactly.
that
Yeah.
you're reading.
That's their Ouroboros.
You see the letters appearing just below out in your peripherals. Like,
No, but
what's
I'm having trouble with... I'm scared now.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read it. I keep bringing it out, and Justin's like, he's like, I wouldn't read it at sea. I'm like, well, that's worse. It's very small. It's like a little pamphlet almost.
Yeah, and at the end, it's you reading the book. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's really scary.
And the farther you read, the more pages there becomes. Oh,
What do you hope?
I love that.
I love that it's Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the book?
Scales of the Ouroboros.
Scales of the Ouroboros. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
great.
doesn't...
And it's a 24 hours, and every hour is a UTC time zone. It's perspectives of like, and it's written almost like a screenplay. It's like bosun is blah, blah, or like a captain's log, or it's like a log, ship log / screenplay, and then occasionally is interspersed with like an email back home, a letter back home, or whatever. And then Justin said one of the chapters was from the cat's perspective. It's all like, I'm like, okay, I don't.
This sounds really good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, well, I have it if anyone wants to borrow it. And
Written by Christopher Nolan.
Basically.
I'm not touching that book. Yeah.
As long as it's not written by M. Night Shyamalan, you're probably fine.
The odds are that that bookstore is like never existed and no one.
yeah, I go
Yes.
back and it's just
Right.
a field.
It's not there.
Some guy just answers the door. I don't know what you're talking about.
There never was any bookstore
Yeah.
here.
Oh, it's such a cool bookstore, though. It's you just find little reading nooks and kind of get lost in there.
Yeah, it sounds haunted.
Oh, I mean, there's not a chance it isn't, but that doesn't take away from the appeal.
But it might be good haunted.
Because like, there's books that come through there that are like really old and weird, and like diaries or like some like a pamphlet. Like one time I was reading like a book of poetry, but it was like a pamphlet from the 30s from like Princeton college students, and I was like, this may be the only one left of this thing.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Weird.
There's an author, Alex E. Harrow, who you might have read, maybe. Alex E. Harrow? Highly recommend. She wrote a short story where all the librarians are witches, basically, and they very conscientiously hand out books to people or help them find books or like sort of nudge books at people when they need them. And it's a great short story. It's delightful. Told from this perspective of one of the witches who's nudging people towards the books that they need in their life. And
Yeah, that happened to me.
yeah, I think it happened to you. I think she feels, her short stories feel kind of prescient. Like I could see it.
I have more. I'll tell you more, even
Okay.
more offline
Okay.
about some other strange coincidences that I stumbled upon in there.
Okay. Oh,
Cool.
awesome.
I'd be interested in giving that book a read,
Sure.
or at least some of it
Yeah.
when Justin's finished with
It'd be a
it.
quick
I'm
read.
not sure I want to touch it. There's too much magic in books for
Yeah.
me.
Every time I pick it up, my hand burns.
That is just an amazing story,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, is that where the chicken nugget smell came from?
yeah. Yeah. That's every time I touch the book.
Rennie's
That's why I was
burning
asking you.
flesh.
Yeah, you can't smell it, so.
Hey, real quick, are your clocks spinning backwards? I just keep asking more unhinged questions to Trevor frantically at different
Can you
hours
see
of
my
the night.
hand?
Yeah.
Rennie's
can't
caught
see
in
my
a
hand.
time loop now.
Yeah.
He's his own father somehow. Like,
Yeah.
what?
He's his own pet.
For Chris a pet. Scales of
That
the
was an
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
Yeah. It is kind of funny because someone has put a, you know, the purple lift line. They wrapped it around
Yeah.
the data lab clock and tucked it in itself like a Ouroboros. I'm like, oh, that's a little too on point. On the clock, just
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy.
it's an infinity loop. Oh.
no.
Which part?
We can turn the tri-tech back on, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
I just saw that it's still not tri-teching. Not that we have anything to see.
You guys ever tried the quad tech? I don't know.
Quad-tech.
They can't all be gems.
I did like that they went from Sea Prince to Sea King,
King.
because then it's like Seeking.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
a sea prince? You know,
There's
like,
nothing, yeah,
Sea
it's
Sea
not,
Prince.
it's not clever.
Sea
Sea
Prince,
Prince.
no.
Seeking.
Seeking.
It's good. I mean, it was only clever in its relationship to the Sea King.
Maybe the sea king came first.
Every time
I mean, I would have to have.
I hope so.
You know how these things work.
Princes usually come first.
when I
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, right? Like,
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
with
when I
the
describe the
egg for the
sonars to
princeling
people-
and the chicken, that's the king. I don't know.
The king egg.
it's kind of a Ourobotic.
I'm excited to read some Ourobotic fiction.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Don't do it on your work computer.
Then I'll really find out who came first.
Mm. 1226.
Gauges are good. Ground faults are good.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
So we're going to a trawl-resistant frame that does not have a node in it.
Okay.
Just the frame.
Is there? Okay. What?
Cool.
Yep.
What's in that?
Probably crabs.
Sediment, maybe? Are the doors open?
No.
I don't
Well, I
even
guess we
know.
have to
I don't
find
know
out.
if there's doors on this one.
But you shouldn't really.
What?
I don't know if you should open those doors though. Like, what would you find in?
Nothing good.
I'm excited for
Probably more copies of that book.
Wait, are we going to the bookstore?
Yeah, this is.
It moves.
I'm excited.
It's only wherever you need it to be.
Yeah, in this case, it's when you open a door at the bottom of the ocean. That's where it is.
All right, time to go shopping.
This is a strange job, you know.
Yeah. Remember the time we found the plug for the ocean?
I don't.
The drain
Oh
plug?
yeah, but we had to convince you not to pull it out.
I know. I was curious. I was at the equator, so I wanted to know which way it's spun. Yeah.
That's how hydrothermal vents are formed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's K2's nav solution? It doesn't do well in water. I'm seriously scrolling out because it could just be circling us.
I feel like its whole thing is water.
It needs bottom water, not this middle water nonsense.
Doesn't do well in water.
No.
What's he talking about?
It needs bottom water.
I know I should slow down a bit, but I really don't want to.
Why not?
That's a good reason to not.
Okay, I can speed up.
I haven't touched it in about an
speed up.
hour. Here's open.
I might not speed up. I tried though.
Yeah. You gave it your most.
I gave it my sum.
You gave it your bit, yeah. This is also both more and less satisfying.
So, I'm not having trouble with the laterals anymore.
Yeah, roger that. You're in stick
Oh,
lock.
stick lock, yeah. But I'm not having trouble with the laterals anymore.
Either am I.
My point stands. It needs another cal. And it needs a new joystick.
Yeah. You can cal it on the fly?
I'd rather not.
No. Absolutely not.
We could swap in a new joy box and cal this one.
We just take that out and resolder it.
Solder it to what?
The board. I don't know. I'm saying
The board.
electronics terms. I don't know. Hopefully somebody understands me.
Yeah, we'll catch him.
Not this girl.
Just keep pressing it. We'll get him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. We'll
Something
solder it. I don't know. To the board.
there a
Solder,
bo-
isn't that a thing you guys do?
Is there a board meeting? I don't know.
With an ER at the end. Yeah.
Not an
Sol-
RE.
Soldra.
Soldier.
Soldra. Yeah.
Do Canadians soldra?
Instead of solder?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, some do.
It
but
just seems like really excessive, though.
some people say solder. In both countries, in fact.
No, but soldra.
Oh, Soldra. No one Soldras.
Okay.
That's a bit excessive.
But like,
It's SOULD already.
how do you know whether an RE is warranted?
It's you only put it there when it's appropriate.
And when
Like
is
you
that?
wouldn't do drivera.
I mean, I would, because I
Well,
don't know.
If it's a noun that's also tied into a verb, you probably don't do it.
Okay.
Driver, one who drives, but a center isn't one who centers.
Yeah.
But
What
are you
are the
solding?
rules?
What's that?
What are the rules for when it's
I think
ER
that's
and
the
RE?
rule.
But do you sold?
You could. I
Or
don't.
do you
personally.
solder?
I don't personally.
I like to live in the present. I only sell. It's not worth it.
That joke was funnier than I acted.
That's okay.
That joke
So-
was funnier than we all acted. That
Yeah.
that was a spectacular joke.
It took me just long enough. It was funny enough on its own somehow that I laughed. And then I realized I wasn't laughing at the right part, so I just kept laughing. But it didn't
You
feel.
get to like, it's a slow roll,
I
right?
aim
Like,
for
Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah.
It's part of the appeal.
Yeah.
the whole like much preferring to entertain an audience of one
Yeah.
in 1,000 than
Sometimes it's
all
just me.
1,000. Yeah, sometimes just you. Yeah, Trevor shoots for just
Me-
you.
just me sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Trevor's shooting for just entertaining himself. You're shooting for entertaining the fewest number of people.
Which is sometimes more.
Yeah, which is sometimes just you.
Yeah. But I want them to be very entertained.
Right.
I want that small amount to be very entertained.
Right, exactly. No, I get it. Makes sense. I like being that small amount. I like being
Aw.
that person.
It feels privileged.
Yeah, it really does. Feels like you're just speaking to me. Sometimes you are, even.
Yeah, he has everybody else muted.
This is when Gabby finds out that I'm just a figment of her imagination.
Who are you talking to?
There never was a navigator
The
position.
van stops right there.
Yeah. The van
It's
stops
bookstore
here.
after that.
That's a good callback.
Do you know if you open that door, it lets you see Amber's right side
Yeah.
or left side?
It's a game of Portal, the whole thing.
How orabrotic. I don't know, I was kind of feeling that way walking around the other day. I saw Nico at just in the mess, and I was like, what am I doing there? I thought I was me here. I thought I was here.
Whoa.
So how does it feel to have like a pretty good doppelganger on board?
Yeah, it's surprising when you're wearing the cap, like a faded cap,
Yeah.
and like the collar up, and you're just kind of like doing something. I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here.
There's
I get
one camera angle.
Yeah.
How do you
that,
feel about it,
happens
Nico?
here. Yeah, I get the same thing. There's a camera angle when it's looking really right at Rennie.
Yeah.
Then I walk by in the lounge and I double take, and it's like having an out of body experience.
It's really interesting. I've never had like that close of a doppelganger.
I think this has to do with the book. I think I gotta give him the book,
Yeah.
and then he'll go away. He'll just disappear.
Neither of us were really here.
Yeah.
Who's
There was a-
Nico? Who are you even talking about?
Jumanji. There was a doppelganger on here that someone thought was me,
Oh yeah, that's
but that's not me.
Who is
No,
that?
it's not. But
I
it's,
don't know who it
it's,
is.
Let me
it's
see.
decent.
Is that recent? Is it this cruise?
No, it was a year ago.
Lynette
don't
and I are
remember.
kind of doppelgangers.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
NA139.
Not quite as close as.
Oh, I know who. That's a. Yeah, that was a Hui guy, I think.
Okay, that's why I didn't recognize
But I
him.
didn't think he looked that much like
Yeah,
Dave
not
in
handsome
person.
enough.
Just in that photo, I think.
Not
Yeah, just
handsome
that
enough.
photo. Yeah.
He's more
Definitely.
jacked than I am, but that was the giveaway. I'm like, I'm not that jacked. That can't be me.
Amber, do you have the doppelganger effect when you see Lynette on one of these like cameras?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
In fact, like, I think my parents were watching some back deck stuff and they thought it was me, but it was actually her.
Nice.
I'll admit I got confused the first day or two.
Yeah, because we're both like tall blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ told me last year, he was kind of like giving me a bit of a cold shoulder. I was like, I thought we were buds. What's going on? He was very like hot or cold. I was like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. And then last year he was like, hey, I just found out that you're one person.
Oh yeah, he told me this.
I thought you were two people because like you and your glasses, I thought that was Renato. And then
Rennie
the
was
other
coming
guy.
out. No, he
I
thought
was
it, he
friends
thought
with
it
one
was
of them.
Remy.
Yeah, Remy. It's like I'm friends with one of them.
No way.
He was
That's-
fully serious.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah,
That's
like
so serious. You were one person.
It made sense because sometimes I'd see him and he would just like kind of nod and like not say anything, and other times he'd be real super friendly.
Yeah,
so
he's
funny.
super friendly with his greetings. Like he
I
says
never
hi.
correlated
like,
that with how I looked that day.
That is hilarious.
So now I'm two people.
But Nico and you are two people.
Yeah,
So how many are there?
I don't know. I got to read the book and find out.
Nico, do you wear glasses?
I don't.
Are you a superhero? Superman.
You don't wear glasses.
I don't wear glasses.
Okay.
So he can only ever be one person.
Yeah.
We have
I
learned
love the
from-
like idea of upper crust Rennie, like Renato, like
Yeah.
monocle wearing.
Wait, did you find out which one was which?
I don't think so.
Rennie is glasses or no glasses?
Which
I
one
don't
was
know, he
AJ
just-
friends with?
Yeah, that's
I
what.
don't know.
Oh,
That's a
that's
good
what I
question.
want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did the other one do?
yeah.
Yeah, oh, that guy. Oh, I don't like that guy.
I think also because it was like, it's probable because of the 12-hour watches that
I've been meaning to tell
I
Rennie
was
about
like,
this guy.
my night watch, I probably wore glasses. Because if I'm not 8 to 12, then I was
Yeah.
usually 12 to 4, and the 12 to 4 I usually have glasses on, like
Yeah.
midnight.
Hmm.
So he
That's really
probably
funny.
And also, he knows Nico, so he's used to seeing guys who look like you, so he probably thinks most do.
yeah.
Someone just copy pasted a crew of
Yeah.
Nikos and Rennies.
AJ's living in a
Hey,
very
that
confused
sounds
world.
great.
It was a very like direct, like came up to me like a few days into the cruise. He's like, hey, I have to apologize. I thought you were two different people. And then like everything started to come together. it's I know it's true though. Like it's not.
That's great. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
So happy for everybody involved.
Yeah. It seems like a made up like story just for laughs, but it's actually happened.
I have to hand it to AJ, though, for coming clean.
Yeah, good for
Yeah,
him. You
He
know?
could have just like
Oh, I
slowly
would
warmed
have
up.
taken that to the grave. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely would never have said anything. But, like, look at all the joy he's given all of us.
Great. Yeah. I should have leaned into it. If I had found out before he found out, that would have been the end of it. I would have just
You would have worn a hat
started to
one
develop
day
a limp or
like,
something.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
no
Gone
hat.
full Jekyll and Hyde
Yeah,
on him.
yeah.
Be
Yeah.
really mean to him with one personality.
Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel.
I got him. See, that was just for one person
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah. But it's so beautiful because, like, look, it's that much funnier. He gets to have all of our
Yeah.
he gets to have all of our laughs. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
thank
like
you.
a whole room's worth of laughs
Yeah.
concentrated
That was
into
for
one
one
person.
Thank you for that gift.
You're welcome.
Oh,
That one. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm glad you're happy. I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy.
it's just wild that you parent trapped AJ.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also my dad. I don't know if he told you that. That's the strangest part of the story.
Well, being younger than you, so now we're back at the time loop. Tough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me go consult Mirror Rennie on that.
Actually, you're going to be consulting Amber if you go
Yeah.
through that door.
That's right. Or it's just space.
I think it's the bookstore.
Yeah. It's different each time you open it.
Sometimes there's a ship there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird, though. That doesn't happen that often.
I wouldn't want to be living on a ship.
No, I mean like another ship.
Oh, yeah.
The infinite
yeah.
perspective vortex. That's another option.
What's that?
It's kind of like the amount of cameras we have on Hercules.
What's the infinite perspective vortex?
I think that's what it's called. It's the, in Hitchhiker's Guide, it's the thing that you go in to see how incredibly vast the universe is and how mind-bogglingly small you are. And then everything just, like, collapses.
Cool.
Yeah. It's not very nice. I think it's pretty mean. Unless you have such an extraordinary ego that you are the center of the entire universe, and then it feels just fine.
What's that camera? That blue one.
Lower.
Why can't I zoom it? Why is
You
it
can,
already
but it's
zoomed?
all blue.
Blue on blue.
Yeah.
Roger that. Okay. Neat. Thanks, everybody.
I don't know I don't know if that's true. I don't know
Yeah,
if what I just said is true.
I have no idea
It
why
just
it's
was
not
the only.
zooming.
It used to be that color before. That's lower, right? But lower usually sees part of the porch.
Lower does, but our porch is quite in these days, as in this day. So
I
there's
can-
that.
Here. We'll find out.
Yep, it stopped.
Oh, if I zoom the upper stereo cam, it's not going to change the,
The
lower one. Yeah.
There, I zoom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
change. You have to zoom the correct camera in order to see the results of said actions.
On that camera. You can
On
see
that.
it on the other camera.
I can't.
Camped.
Where?
You camped.
Where'd you camp?
No, camped.
Oh.
I don't know what that means even.
Hey, how's our temp probe?
That's a great question.
Want to burn a pin off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, might as well. Let's see what the GF is.
I forget where I put it.
I'll have to
Yeah,
actually go get the
science.
laptop to run it.
Okay.
Oh, you want to get the laptop to run it?
Why
It
not?
says it
If
has
we're
a
gonna
really
turn it
hard
on.
ground fault, so we're going to turn it on right quick just to see what it is.
Okay.
It had it on deck too, so it's maybe it lived a hard life.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we were going to see what it is and then turn it right back off.
You ready?
All right,
I'm
let's
ready.
see how red that screen gets over there.
Warning. Warning. No, it's actually fine.
Yes, it's all right.
2K.
2K. Oh, that's
Okay, turning it off. We need all those pins.
2 Kelvin, huh? That's
Yeah, it's
that's
cold.
not good.
2
Kelvin
Kelvin
ohms.
horseshoes.
2 Kelvin horseshoes.
I thought it was working when
It
you
it is working.
it's just
It's
ground
just
fault.
grounded.
It was 4K on deck. It's 2K now. That means
But-
it's internal.
Yeah.
It's not a connector service or something. That's integral to the instrument. So what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Well, this is Jabbar's 0.5.
This is Jabbar 0.5. It's
Mothra Drift.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're pretty cool. Just one person.
See, I got one person. It's just like, these are targeted. Like
Yeah.
sniping.
Yeah.
Sniper laughs.
She got all the joy. It's a good move.
Jabbar's 0.5 Mothra drift is a very strange thing to say.
I did not follow it at all.
Should we break it down?
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
If
So
it's
we've-
something I could get
the
enjoyment out
bars
of being
that this-
broken
the-
out, then yeah. But
Jabbar's is the name of Jeb Bars, right?
okay.
And then Trevor said it was 2.0, but then he said it's worse. I was like, well, then it's 0.5.
Okay.
So it's Jabbar's 0.5. And this bars was the one from Mothra.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fast and the Furious, whatever number, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Took the drift from that. Jabbar's 0.5 Mothra drift.
That's pretty good. Actually, that was worth breaking down. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
You know, of all of the sequel sub names, I think I use Tokyo Drift the most for jokes.
It's the best one.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's iconic.
Yeah. I don't think I ever saw it. As much as the first one was like a huge central part of my like high school years, like
Yeah.
I never saw Tokyo Drift.
You know, I don't know if I saw it either. I watched
think-
it, but I don't know if I saw it. You know, like where it's like,
Yeah.
there's just cars going around. You're like,
I
wow.
think that's all one can do with those films.
Yeah, wow, there's cars. And they're moving.
If you, yeah, if you watch it, what did you say? You saw it or watched it?
He watched it, but he didn't see it.
You watched it, but you didn't see it.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
if you see it,
You have absorbed.
you got some problems.
Truly see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know,
there was one scene I saw that was like they were drifting
Well,
up
yeah,
a
you
parkade corkscrew, and that was pretty neat.
That sounds amazing, actually. I can totally see that without having seen
I think
it.
that's the titular scene, is
Oh.
the Tokyo. That's the Tokyo drift around the corkscrew.
Oh, okay. Maybe I only saw the titular scene.
That's it. That's all you needed to see. Have you ever seen supercuts of when people say the title?
Oh, I love that.
It's so good.
What is it?
Whatever the name of the movie is, it's like a trope and like kind of cheesy if at somewhere in the film they say that line.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
And so there's a supercut of
Tell me
like
what Supercut is.
just a bunch of like clips from all these different movies of just that scene where they say the line.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I can get behind.
trying
Okay,
to
can you
think.
give me an example?
What?
What's a classic?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, I mean, like anytime they say the title in the, and it's usually like sometimes it could be like a built-up moment.
Okay, so we're not talking about like Legends of the Fall or something like that.
I don't know. Do they say
Yeah, do they
Legends
say
of
that?
the Fall? And
It'll be like cheesy. It'll be like, I guess you could say it's Legends of the Fall, and you're like, okay, you know.
No, definitely not. I mean, they
What are
may
you, some
have, but I
kinda
spent
Godfather?
too much time like crying.
I just want to kill Bill. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Look
think
at
she
us,
may
we're
have
just-
said that.
I think she may have said that. I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to kill Bill.
Volume
I don't
2.
think SZA says it though. I think the song's just called that.
What is another movie? I
Wait.
can't think of one.
I don't think she says it.
I can't think of
Maybe
another
a
movie.
Death Race
Dude, where's my
2000.
car?
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
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 that's a good one.
Perfect
Yeah,
example.
that's gonna have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Do they say them in the Fast and the Furious movies every time?
That
Is
would
that-
be
is
good.
that-
And also if they included Fast and the Furious. I mean,
What would they say? Fast and the Furious 10.
Yeah, right. Like
I mean,
I think it would be Fast X actually.
Oh yeah, Fast
sure.
X.
they do
Sure.
have cute names, right? It's like now we have to drive too fast, too furious. I
Yeah.
don't know
yeah,
what it
yeah. It
is.
would be like if you said, yeah.
The best supercut would be if you have one of those things that has 10 different versions of it, and each one of them had the name of the movie in it, and
That
you
would
just
be
had all
great.
10 of the same series. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
do they
yeah.
do that in like James Bond movies?
Oh yeah, die another day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good
Yeah,
example.
That's a
of-
great
Yeah.
example. Yeah.
I guess you're going to die another day. You know, you're like, all right.
Time to visit Casino Royale. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Goldfinger. Right? That's
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you the older ones do it more. Those
I
because they
hope
were like
so.
campier, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
I
And
don't
like
think
Sean
they're-
Connery would throw like a little like eyebrow raise in
Right,
there because
yeah.
they did it.
The cheesier you do it, and the more inappropriate. Like even if like the context, like the sentence structure doesn't work, but they have to say it just to say the line. You know.
break fourth wall, look right at the camera.
Yeah.
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 I thought when Trevor was talking about like watch versus seeing, he was actually talking about like that the movie was so enthralled, like that he didn't absorb the true message. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't
Message,
Think, I
yeah.
didn't think you meant you just had only seen a scene. I thought you were like I've seen it, but I haven't like.
I think that's what he
That's
meant.
what
I did.
That's what I thought.
I did
too.
mean that, kind
Oh.
of. I meant
Yeah.
it like I was watching it as though someone watches. Oh, what's a good example? Like where they're not really watching it; it's just in the background. Like, okay, how about
Yeah, it's
Wha-
like not
the,
Citizen Kane though, right? Like you can
Yeah.
you can do groceries and or like
yeah, or
dishes at
you're
the same
watching it
time.
like the poker game that's playing on the TV at the pub
Yeah.
behind you, where you're like aware that it's happening, and you kind of look over and you're like, wow, what a big hand they had in poker, and wow, lots
Look
of
at
money.
that guy's sunglasses. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
he's wearing a visor.
and no one's paying attention at all.
Yeah.
Something tells me you got it though. I think you.
You got the
I got the
drift.
Yeah,
gist. Yeah,
you got-
I
you
understand
got
what's
the-
happening.
you
People
got
were
the
playing
drift.
poker. I don't know.
Tokyo Drift.
Trevor.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
missed it.
come on. Come on.
I should not have missed that.
No, it's just because you said a word right at the same time as I said
Ah,
it. You didn't
yeah.
hear it really.
Yeah, that was.
You didn't hear it, but you knew what I said.
Mhm.
I need extra credit when I make a good pun because I make approximately 1 pun for every 10 of Trevor's.
But that was a good one, and I just talked over it,
It's okay.
and hence the collapse.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah.
That was warranted.
The collapse.
Drift.
I'm really struggling to come up with any other movie examples because there's some that are just like are obviously going to be there. Like
Snakes on a
Jurassic Park,
Plane.
they're going to say Jurassic Park and
Right.
Jurassic
Welcome
Park.
to
Yeah,
Jurassic Park.
that's
too easy.
Classic.
But
Yeah.
there is that moment where he says, "Welcome to Jurassic Park,"
And
which
it-
is very obviously
That is the type
Yeah.
of build up
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
And
guess
it gets
that's
more
a good point.
ridiculous the worse the title like is and fits
Yeah.
in with the film.
Mhm.
Because the build-up's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I do feel like Snakes on a Plane is gonna have that line.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Gotta have
Which
one.
one?
Snakes on a Plane.
Oh,
Snakes on a
yeah.
Plane.
Well, there was a bunch of like curse words in between the.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, it does definitely has that. Like.
I
if
feel
you-
like I need to watch one of the videos that has a bunch of them put together and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fall asleep tonight.
Yeah.
Nautilus Live.
Oh, this really doesn't need to be zoomed in as far as it is.
You're right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, it does.
Oh, it needs to
lesson
be way more
learned.
zoomed in.
Gabby, by the way, it got lost in the sauce, but someone pointed out it's the total perspective vortex.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what's total
It's not
perspective
the
vortex?
it's not the infinite perspective
Yeah.
vortex. It's a total perspective vortex, and it did come to me after I said
Yeah,
that. Totally.
Someone said the infinite improbability drive. is
Thank
what
you.
made
Ah,
it.
that's what it is.
Mhm.
I know that one.
Gosh,
What's
it
the
must
to-
be 6 months since I've read it last. Rats.
Except for I can't do names. What's the
Zaphod?
no the truck driver?
Oh, Rob McKenna,
Rob McKenna. Yes.
the best character in the whole thing.
I'm gonna do handover. Watch the depth.
Okay. 2,008 meters. Fast approaching.
Same as always, just in time to swap out.
2,008 meters. Mark.
Yeah, our shift gets a lot of the blue water.
Yeah.
But then we get to banter and have fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Watch our gauges. Do you ever stream the gauges? You ever stream that to shore? It's
I
riveting stuff. I mean, that's all I'm looking at.
haven't explicitly, but I have streamed the winch.
The quad.
The winch. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes people want
The
want
thing
to
with the
see
gauges
winch.
is the gauges are like all super boring until that moment of terror.
Until they're
That's
not.
what you
yeah.
really want to capture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really want to be watching them when they're not good anymore.
Oh yeah. So we launched at 13.5 on
Yeah.
the res,
Yeah.
and the level was
It was like 90. It was.
103,
I
and
can't
we dropped to 100%, and now we're at 7.5. So like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm.
yeah.
I'm not. I didn't feel like the 22 seemed fine. Like I didn't want to
Oh
wrap
no,
the gauge, but.
yeah. I'm saying I don't think there's a slow leak.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at the history, so I don't know what to say.
Raj.
But I believe you that there isn't because that number changes a lot, and like maybe somebody had the RAM all the way out.
Right.
And the first time they did it, and when they comped it up, the RAM was all the way in or
Totally.
something.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. They got comped with the RAM in, and then they, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or like they were flying around with the starboard bio box out, or I don't know, the arm was up in the air. Both arms were up in the air.
Giving up, shrugging their shoulders. I don't know what's happening. $24 something.
Yeah.
13 minutes. Cool. We'll just have them set up at in blue water. They can finish the blue water. Seems swell.
They need a little blue water.
Mhm.
Keeps them humble.
Keeps them honest. Yeah. Like last night. 7 hours of it.
No.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, they definitely paid the price for
They
getting
were
all the
looking
action.
for that beacon the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got on bottom at 7 a.m.
They didn't find it, right?
Nope.
They didn't find it.
And parts of it, I think, were probably harrowing. Just
Yeah,
like the
you're
mix of
on
boredom-
edge the whole time,
The
right?
mix of boredom and terror. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want it to get entangled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just bumped my speed up a little bit, but I don't know if it will have much effect.
Okay.
All right, we got some changeover time coming. Are you staying up here? You're done. Gotcha.
Pilot, mic check.
Good morning.
Pilot, mic check. How's everyone this morning?
Just peachy. How are you, Danny?
Ready to fly this ROV?
Ready to boogie woogie oogie?
Boogie woogie.
Let's see. We heard Arizona Valley to inspect.
Target depth 2435. We are at 2315. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. We are currently diving at a site called Middle Valley. This site is not currently instrumented, and our objective tonight, or this morning, is to check out the site to scope out what the deal is here for potential new infrastructure deployment in the future. Shift change just happened, so we are still getting settled. Thank you for your patience.
Excellent. Be getting beams here soon. We have beams. Switch over to manual, please, Dane.
Test. Test. Why is my... Can you hear me, Danny?
Yep, loud and clear.
Right. Okay. Argus altitude 90 meters, Herc altitude 70 meters. You could stop on the ahead if you want.
That's what I'm doing. Z-by is 137%.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
Yeah,
one of my habits is when I sit down there is to check that.
That's what I'm doing.
That would have crashed into the seabed. Looks like they don't have the manipulator on either. I'm gonna...
Yeah, they never do.
Yeah, oh, they don't have to fix it when it floods.
Fingers on the button.
My finger? Yeah, I gotta turn it on first.
I turned it on for you right here.
Roger.
Fingers on the button.
Do you want like far out or just?
I got no comms.
Oh, wait a second. Gotta boot up.
I got valid comms.
Okay, fingers on the button.
Roger.
Looks good.
Yeah, all good.
Got a 30-meter delta.
Yeah. No sonar target yet, so
Sonar looks clear.
Down. Looks like Atlanta's swinging in quite a ways. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Well, this is...
Can you give me 10-meter deviation?
Yeah,
the ship's not moving, right?
The ship's stable, but yeah, we were pulled pretty far out.
Yeah, let's, I'm gonna stop there. Why don't you come down and come under Atalanta?
Yep, working on it.
Probably 50 more meters of swing.
Yeah, so while it's swinging, it looks like our target is at the back of the ship, so
yep,
it's swinging pretty hard. Well, I should have caught that when we first came here.
Okay, heading is on.
I should have caught it when we first came in here. I should have.
Yeah, they had a lot of forward thrust on.
Yeah, so that can be
They're pulling the wire.
time consuming at the bottom. I've done that to myself many times. Like, yeah.
I should be coming into Atlanta here in a second.
Roger. I will click in Atlanta's heading thus. Change it around to 225, same as your heading.
Yep. Feels like we're heavy. Got the bars and 3 gas tights on our porch.
I have to enable thrusters to get that to happen.
That will help. Coming out underneath you. There you are.
Okay, Atlanta heading is 225.
Beautiful. Right in the middle of the box.
But I think I want Atlanta heading to be 210. Your target there, if it's correct, which is highly unlikely. I'm going to leave it at 225 just because that's where you are.
Well, also remember your deviation.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on down.
Roger. I'll wait for you to get a little more delta. Meanwhile, I'll do a redneck gauge check. Let's see, I'll call that 538. 538. Remember this. 538. 538 676.
538 676. 538 676.
Roger.
You know you can tab, right?
And Atlanta is 6 in line.
6 and 95%.
Roger, 95. Gauges are good. Coming down.
Come on down.
They put the 6.9 gauge reading in there just to irritate me. There is no 0.9 on a gauge. There is plus or minus a significant division.
Looks like I'm coming under you a little more.
Lost you there. Where are you?
I'm in front of you.
Yeah, you're eat par with me, so you're not coming down.
Yeah, that's what
Probably getting tangled up there. I'm going to come back up.
I'm coming down. I'm giving it full beans down.
Not seeing any delta change. Something's wrong.
There we go.
That's more better. I'll just wait till you get pulled that tether back down below us. Make sure it didn't come around us. Probably okay because we're still swinging in, so it's streaming out behind you.
It actually feels like we're pretty light. I thought we were heavy, but...
Yeah, you can dial, I'll dial now like 20% Z-bias in, just so it doesn't fly up when I let go of it.
Positive Z-bias, right?
Negative.
Negative, that's what, yeah. Negative goes down. That's what I gotta remember.
I still have to, I have to diddle it and look at which way they go. Then I'll diddle the stick once. I might zero it again when I get close to seabed, because I don't know if you're heavy or light, but usually we're light. All right, coming down. If you rack the HD camera out, if it's not already.
37 meters off bottom.
Roger.
So we're headed to the TRF?
Yeah, the trawl resistant frame.
You want to come a little to the south there,
Yeah.
maybe, so I can see tether, or I can change my head.
Nope, I'm laddering over.
The
Could
bottom
turn my
looks
head and
very
run,
level.
but I think this is doing just fine.
I'll just do a click or two here. That's what we want to see. So we're also watching
Actually, I'm
for...
going to turn south.
that's I wouldn't even worry about it. Those
Okay.
are probably off by miles. They're ancient.
That's true.
You do want to be out in front a little bit more.
Yep.
10 is a little close, but unless we got a big delta, which we do.
That's kind of, you're pulling me back is what's going on.
Well, 20 meters. Still no sonar targets.
Sonar's clean.
But I never trusted it. Might have been diddled or backwards or who knows.
The only thing to hit here would be the trawl resistant frame or a vent, but I don't think there are vents around here.
Yeah, you never know. There's
You never know.
Sonar target.
Norbit's showing the seafloor.
Trust but verify. Trust but verify.
Roger.
I see seafloor and a down cam.
Roger. 14 meters. So remember, you'll have to double tap your altimeter button. You can do that now. See, the first time it goes 100%.
Yeah.
The wrong way. I slammed myself in the seabed so many times with that thing. 10 meters.
Johan, when you get a chance, can you bring
See
bubble
bottom.
cam?
Copy that.
Don't worry about that stuff right now. You're
I know, I'm
too
just saying,
much, too much right now.
I like seeing bubble because it gives me a
Yeah,
real
but you
good-
don't need that right
Cool
now, so
urchin.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
You get too much going on, you're gonna
What kind of
Okay.
urchin is that?
bad things will happen. It gets really busy here when we get to
don't
the bottom.
Are we sure it's an urchin?
We start
Nope.
getting a lot of
Maybe an
chat.
anemone?
I have no idea what it is. I just make things up. Did you hear my fuzzy bear discovery? It was not real.
It
Yeah.
wasn't real?
Well, I mean, they've already
Okay.
been discovered.
4 meters off bottom.
Yeah.
Well, we can still call them AJ's
Not
fuzzy
touching, right?
bears.
No, you're gonna look for a sonar target. Let's, Johan's got some stuff to do too, and if you can maintain altitude with something, I'm gonna turn on the downlights and put the
What?
nip out.
White balance time?
Yes, white balance, please.
Roger.
Danny, are you good for a DVL reset?
Hold on. Getting stable. They've got my max velocity at 25.25.
Roger that.
You don't want to be using auto XY right now,
It looks kind of like a snowball that landed
Danny.
from
Well,
a
I'm
really
just auto
high
altitude.
height.
Okay.
or auto altitude.
Okay.
Did we get a
So he
new?
resets the DVL, it can.
Yep, go ahead and do a reset.
Bing. All right, we're set.
All right, screen's gonna go dark for a second.
Roger.
Look at that.
So traditionally you would have needed bubble for
No.
that, but
Oh, missed it.
now we have the upper cam.
Yep, upper cam is nice.
Upper cam's
It's
your
top
friend.
bay.
And these camera placements have really gotten nice to my, I like them.
All right, all set. Thank you.
You just hold autofocus and then take photo, right?
Look at this. Hello, beauty.
All right, let me know when you guys are ready.
We'll let you know.
Oh, I got a cucumber.
You have a sonar target. I don't see any. Don't see any sonar targets on Herc there. I see one in Atlanta behind us, which is
Looks like the right direction towards the TAF.
possibly.
Yeah,
Atlanta would be pretty high to hit that
more north.
that stealth shape.
The tone 180.
I'm gonna turn Atlanta to see if it turns with us. So it's Atlanta looking south.
That's 20, 30, 40 meters. Oh, that's far, eh? It's 50 meters or so.
Like 70.
Oh, it didn't turn quite that much.
Make it out in front of Atalanta. I'm off to the side.
I understand, but yeah, you can. It looks like you're gonna. You can come to the east. Turn and come to the east. Turn and fly.
Same heading as you.
No, turn and fly east.
Turn and flying east.
Pretend you're a forklift.
Yeah, I can't crab crawl.
Yeah, you can lateral around something maybe, but you're not going to get anywhere with the laterals on Herc.
Yeah.
Not anywhere pretty.
That's one thing about
It's a cool jelly.
quad
Welcome, Jelly.
vehicle. I can go any direction the same amount.
Yeah, Herc is not that kind of vehicle. Okay, I have a sonar target at 135. That's all I got. If you now turn to 135 and stretch it out, you might be able to light it up with Herc sonar.
Turning to 135.
You can run it out.
Yep, going out.
It's a pretty big target. So
I'll
let's
come
go
down
get
on
it.
Delta.
It's a good delta because you're underneath Atalanta right now. A little more to the south, Danny. Atalanta's looking right at it.
Okay, I'm going to turn to 150.
Roger. I'll get back in your box. It's the same thing. If you run it out, you should see, if you look a little more to the south, it should come in Herc sonar.
Call 180.
A little, not, yeah, maybe not that much, but you should be in range by now.
See when the sonar head comes around again. Nothing
Sonar's
yet.
clear.
Well, I don't know, peeps.
Well, can we stretch a little further or head a little further south?
Yeah, let's move the vessel 135, 20 meters.
Copy that. Bridge now.
Gummy squirrel ahead.
Good morning. Can we move the ship to 0 meters at 135, please? Thanks, Oriel.
You can, while you're waiting, dial your Z-bias a little bit.
I think I'm pretty close.
I'll come out of auto.
Would we be able to come up and do an orbit spin while we're waiting?
No. It's not going to take that long. It would take longer to come up and do an orbit spin than it will to move the vessel 20 meters.
Yeah, that's the next trick in our book, though.
If you want to not go get a visual on it. But first thing is to figure out where we are and get a current nav fix. Or we can belay all that and start doing orbit, but that's a 30-meter altitude thingy.
No, I'm saying if we can't find the frame, if that sonar target doesn't turn out to be of interest.
I think Z-blast is pretty good right there.
Roger, I'm going to come down a bit here. It's flat here. I'm going to come right down low so you can run it out.
Yep.
Run your tether out.
I have a
Fly forward.
Yep.
Come to your east a bit more. I want to be in front of Atalanta. Still have a faint sonar target there.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
60 meters. You want to be bang in front of Atalanta to pick it up.
Yep.
It'd just be at the range, that outer range of Herc sonar. There's something at 40 meters from Herc.
Okay, that's probably a good stretch there. You're starting to pull Atalanta. Yep. I'm going to come down another 5 meters.
Should be right around this cursor.
Yeah, fly to Johan's mouse. He's helping you out. Okay, I'm 10 meters off the seabed there. It's about as low as I want to go, and I'm still getting a good target there.
Yep. Are my downlights on?
Yeah, I'll turn them off.
Yeah, turn them off.
Sorry.
Much better visibility. Okay, we're stretched out. Wait for Atalanta to swing.
Yeah. You can lateral left 10 meters if you want now while you're waiting. She will lateral 10 meters, but it'll take a while. But you got a few minutes while the wait for Atalanta there. Dang it.
And target, there's a small target to Herc's left.
Yeah, I see that.
One thing you can do, Johan, when he paints the target here, there's a reverse.
Visual on the trawl frame.
Roger.
You can see it in cinema.
Yep, we see it.
Cinema for the win.
Heading of 105.
You can scan reverse so it keeps the target painted, but we got visual on it.
Yeah.
We need another 20-meter move. We put Atlanta right on top of Herc, if you want. Or 20 meters, 135, whatever comes first.
Yeah, so Atalanta hasn't really started moving yet from the first ship.
That's fine, though. It's all open here, so 20 meters, 135, mate.
Copy.
That'll get us there. Doesn't have to be Joey accurate. Just got to get there.
Another 20 meters, 135, please. Thanks.
Sometimes gross is good enough, right?
Yeah.
We're not worried about structures or anything, just getting enough to get there.
So our first task is to do a visual survey of this trawl-resistant frame.
Roger.
So we're going to do a couple circles around it, get some really good video of it, and then maybe see if any of the doors open and how the cable looks.
Copy.
Probably want to grab a position too.
Yeah, we
So
grab a position as well if you really
it's
want
pretty
it.
fluffy here, Danny, so we want to make sure we don't
no slamming and deceiving.
dust
Gotcha.
it up. Yeah, I would be weary of using auto altitude at all.
Dive plan doesn't say to take a position, so no time.
And I would be definitely not use auto altitude when we get up close to the structure.
Gotcha.
And C bias is dialed. When you want to come up, you just let go of it. No thrusting up. It's going to have a lot of dust on the structure as well. And while we're waiting, I'm going to play with your HD camera. So you had it where you wanted it anyways.
Atalanta's on the move.
Roger. You probably got a little bit of leash there.
A little bit.
I'm 10 meters off the deck.
This one you're going to want me to land on so you can get a fix?
No, just hover above it. Don't want to touch it until we have a look at it.
Doors are closed.
Get the before ROV was here video.
Yep.
And we'll just sit here and look at it for a minute while we wait for Atalanta. You're just getting a little tug there, so that's all you can do, sit there and look at it.
We're going to need to open the door to install it, so we want to make sure that they're not seized, right?
We're going to need to move Atalanta first before we can do anything. Right now we're max leash.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Sorry, I'm talking to Nico here.
Roger, we're waiting for Atalanta to swing in.
Yep.
Hey, to the viewer from South Australia asking about the mooring. Unfortunately, we did not manage to locate the mooring during the last dive. And to the viewer who was asking about why do some people say Atalanta and some say Atalanta, I think it just comes down to maybe some differences in what's it called, accents. We have both Canadians and Americans in the control room tonight.
Sorry, what was the difference there?
ADD, Atalanta, and Atalanta.
Atalanta.
Atalanta. And it's like,
Atalanta.
it reminds me of the Toronto versus Toronto pronunciation.
There's no T's.
The T
No
is
T's in
clearly,
Toronto.
the T is clearly theirs, Beth.
Lost in translation.
Silent
it's Atalanta. ATA.
This is Miranke from the lounge. As someone from Toronto, it's Toronto.
Sorry, was that Toronto?
Toronto represent.
It's
All
Toronto.
right. I'll keep my West Coast mouth shut on this.
Come up a bit here, Danny. Are we still swinging, are we?
Yeah, definitely.
You should have enough to fly above it now, and we'll get a good sit there for a minute so we actually get a real USBL fix. Part of the reason our nav fixes are often not correct is because I don't think we pause at a target long enough to get some average fixes, I suspect. Get right over it near down cam.
Yep. Looks like it's directly south.
You're not quite over it yet. You want to get over the middle of it?
Yep, I'm working my way. Atlantic keeps tugging my tail.
Yeah. I think we need a vessel move to the east, maybe. We're going to be working these doors and stuff, Johan, so we're going to need a little more slack.
Copy.
20
Atlanta
meters
should
east.
be ending at this cursor about.
Oh, you think so?
Uh,
Yeah, if that's the case, we'll be good.